Day 37, Min beneath the trees. I'm standing in our street with storm clouds brewing behind me. You can hear the thunder. We won't make it, Min tried to make herself heard over the rush of the water and the hiss of the steam. We're heading to... She swallowed a mouthful of water, expelled it violently and coughed, to the fissure. A spume of boiling froth shot outwards and landed just beyond them. Min saw it as her head emerged from the furious foam, and she desperately sucked in air. Missed, she tried to shout as another wave washed into her mouth, making her gag. Her vision blurred. The wall of steam looked like a soft cloud. She forced her eyes to refocus, clutching at Radiant to try and keep herself afloat. She was dragging him under. She tried to hoist herself up high enough to take a breath without swallowing more water. Even though the water blinding her eyes, through the water blinding her eyes, she saw they were moving faster and ever closer to the fissure. Sorry, Min spluttered to lust over the top of Radiant's still unconscious body. I didn't intuit. She coughed again. Not this, all three gone. Oddly, she was inclined to laugh between bouts of hacking coughs as waves crashed into her mouth and nose and water began to enter her lungs. Are you all right, Min? Luster shouted. Min heard Luster's voice and the sound of her own strangled laugh as if through a long tunnel. Her throat was racked and her limbs were heavy and dragging. She wanted to tell Luster that she couldn't swim and to apologize for getting them into this mess, but somehow none of it seemed to matter anymore. Is this what it feels like to drown? She mused as her head dipped beneath the water and stayed there. Both wings saturated were attempting to flap and keep her buoyant. Pull your head up now, Flick yelled at Min. You must lift your head. Oh, what shall we do? What shall we do? Flutter cried. Flap harder. You look like a wet rag. Flick shouted at Flutter. I am flapping hard. Don't waste your energy shouting at me. Just save us, Flutter spluttered. Fine intuitors we are if we let our body drown, Flick sounded almost defeated. Worse than useless. Oh, please, Min, lift your head. Please don't die, Flutter pleaded. No, it's so peaceful, so tranquil. I'm happy here, she wanted to say. Her tongue would not form the words. She drifted away, away from the hissing, away from the fear, away from the distant calling of her name, away from her wings, away from everything, and slipped into the cool, darkening water. Min, open your eyes, Min! Fitling was screaming her name. She was on her stomach, dully aware of a thumping and pounding on her back. She lay racked as water gurgled from her lungs. My throat hurt, she croaked, trying to open her eyes. A yellow beak and great orange eyes swam in and out of her focus. Is that you, Otlin? Min wheezed. I don't feel well. Hardly surprising, Min, but for Nil, who pulled you from the water, and Fitlin, who pumped the water out of your poor little body, you would have drowned. Too weak, Min failed to get up. Instead, she rolled over to lie spent on her back. Radiant luster, she panted. Fear sluiced through her veins just as the water had gushed into her lungs only a short while before. Radiant's doing well, Min. His bones have responded to the mackerel iron and he's resting after his ordeal. Luster is looking after him. Otlin's voice was soft and gentle. Fitlin stepped into her vision. Relief etched across his face. You gave us a terrible fright, Min. We had to work hard to get you to respond. Can't swim, Min rasped. No reason to it, Hope. Why ever not? After all, don't you regularly find yourself fighting a crony of the Dark Dominion and then swimming across a fast-flowing stream to rescue a fellow intuitor? Fitlin said, straight-faced. Min wanted to laugh out loud, but her throat was still too raw. All right for you to want to laugh. We nearly lost you and us. What a waste of an intuitor that would have been. Flick was clearly angry. We were saved despite the ordeal, sweetly, Flutter consoled her. Min was too exhausted to answer either. Let's get you up to Fennell's friends. They're preparing a farewell feast for us after you've rested and recovered. They're keen to understand what you've intuited. And Fitlin and Min, for the duration of the journey, please do not do anything without me. Is that agreed? It was the first time Otlin sounded as if he might be angry. He frowned at both of them in turn. Yes, sir, Fitlin acknowledged. performing a tidy salute. Chapter 22, Learning the Tools of the Trade. Eco 4, mid-morning. The earlier ominous cloud cover had disappeared. Still chilled by her close call in the creek, Min warmed herself in a patch of sunlight. Is everyone finding it as hard as me to believe so much has happened and we're still in the same eco? It feels more like a lunar cycle. Can you hear the thunder? Min shook her head, reflecting on the dangers they had survived. Fennell stood close by, worry crinkling her sweet face. We're sorry you had to endure such a terrible experience on our behalf. Thank you for saving me. We got through this because of you. Whatever plagues the land at the moment affects us all, Min said. I hope we will soon see an end to it. Fitnan tells me that you had an intuition about what might be impacting on the creek. Min shrugged, trying to work out how to explain it. She was worried about her intuition. What if I'm wrong? Flick rustled with impatience. You think we're right, do you? Yes, with no thanks to you not listening to us and nearly drowning. Flick was still angry. Really, with everything that has happened and is going on, does she always have to deal with you being angry? Flutter sounded unusually irritated. Don't argue, please. My head is throbbing as it is. I know I should have listened and I will in future. Can I just get on with it now? Flick shook and settled down her back. Min took that as agreement. And I'll see you beneath the trees tomorrow.